Howdy folks, it is Sunday, May the 12th, 2024, and it's actually Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all of you mothers out there. I thought I would take the camera along for a little run this morning. By little run, I mean hopefully not a little run, which means a nice long, some people call it a run, some people call it a jog, some people don't know what to call it, and so we will see what it ends up being. But yeah, I'm going to take you along, check in a couple of times along the way, and we'll see what comes of all of this. Let's see if we can get some sun on the face. Nope, because I'm wearing a hat, duh. Anyway, just about to head off, and this drink is not, this run is not sponsored by Powerade Zero, but they have been kind of my go-to while I run and before I run kind of drink lately, because it's 0 calories. And it's got a bunch of electrolytes in it. Electrolytes are theoretically helpful for when you run. It's moderately warm today, but not super bad. I can't wiggle my watch and hold the camera at the same time. Looks like it's actually about 65 degrees. Pretty sunny actually. 65 is not hot. I need to take that back. It is the 12th of May, as I've mentioned already, and usually it's a little warmer by now in the year, but we are not super hot yet. Anyhow, I'm thankful that it's not any hotter, because I am a sweater, and I will sweat either way, but I don't like sweating a bazonka amount. Bazonka? Wow, what a word. Anyway, here we go. We're going to get set up here and get my GPS watch set up here and go for the run. And we'll see what all we get up to. And we are off. Not quite sure where we're going to all end up running today, but shooting for at least 4 to 5 miles here and see how we're feeling, how our time is running. Might go a little bit farther. It is Mother's Day today, so I may be heading somewhere for lunch. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's see, easing in here, going too fast. 10-20 clip. That's my mile pace currently. Back it off, I want to be shooting for about 12 I think today. So, I'm gonna settle in, see if I can get my rhythm locked in. My pace, my rhythm, whatever. And we'll roll over here for a while and I'll check back in once we're set up and I have something else I want to hit. Who knows when that'll be. Alright, so I'm going to say something here that would have shocked me to know I'm going to say if I'd have known it 2 years ago. That is, I haven't been able to run as much as I'd like to lately. Just between work and some things here on my family's farm. A really busy season. Just not able to get out as much as I'd like. So, interestingly, I've found that it's actually difficult to run at slower paces I want to, because I'd rather run longer distances at a slower pace rather than shorter, quick distances. Just because there's a lot of benefits to sitting in your kind of zone 2 heart rate zone, which is kind of what I want to be doing. But yeah, I mean, it's great to feel like I want to run faster, but the plan is usually to sit in a little bit of a lower heart rate zone for a longer time, and so I'm constantly having to check my pace with my watch, which is a good thing to keep an eye on anyway. But that's kind of where we're at right now, and hopefully within a week or two things will get back to normal and I'll be able to do a couple of good runs a week. Right now my main big run is on Sundays, and then Thursday night we have basketball. So when they add a couple of other runs throughout the week to kind of spread things out and stick to some sort of a running plan so that I can, progress, I guess. Whatever that means, whatever that looks like. Alright, first mile check-in. 11:27 on that mile. A little faster than I want it to be. Because usually I find that my first mile is my slow mile. And for some reason, once things start loosening up, it's easier to glide along a little faster. But that's just not the point of this run. So I'm gonna consciously focus on going a little slower this next mile here, and we'll see what happens. Alright, just went through mile 2, 11:38 on that mile, so getting closer to the pace I want to be sitting at. I'm headed off on a new direction now. The other way. I have kind of a 2-mile loop each way from home here. So I'll finish up back here to the house and then grab a little drink and head out to the other direction. And I'll catch up with you a couple times along that way. Alright, it's super windy, but you might be able to hear me a little bit. I'm going to talk just a little bit about something that's been super inspirational for me all this past week. And that was the Cocodona 250. Watching folks like Jeff, now I forget his Browning, I think is his last name, and Harry something from Alaska, who pulled off the win right in the last 3 or 4 miles from Jeff. It was crazy. And then kind of keeping up with Arlen, he's not an East Coast boy, but he's farther east than a lot of folks who run ultras tend to be. So keeping up with him and watching him come in third was pretty cool. That's always really inspirational, watching big ultras like that. Just a good little kick in the pants for me when I don't feel like going for a couple mile run at low altitude. Mostly flat. I mean, it's a little elevation, but nothing compared to what these guys are doing. So that's been really inspiration this past week. And yesterday I happened to catch the live stream just as they were following the last guy in, and I can't remember his name. I feel bad that I can't remember it, but he had quite a story over the last number of years. A couple of big health scares, including while running an ultra. Super inspirational. I don't know if I'll ever do a real ultra, but those are the things that sit in the back of my mind. I'm never going to be a fast runner, but I do think I have a little bit of the hard-headed grit to go distances, but I'm not sure what that ends up looking like in months and years from now. So for now, just need to keep putting in the week-to-week work, the day-to-day work, and getting to a better place health-wise, and that's kind of the goal for right now. So anyway, I just wanted to mention the Cocodona 250 and how big of an inspiration that has been this week when I couldn't get out and do a whole lot of running myself. It was good to feel like I wanted to go running, mostly because I was watching those guys do incredible things. So there you are. just went through 3 miles here, but go. Failed to catch my mile time. But about 11:30, 11:35 pace. So that's about right. I imagine that's kind of what that mile was. Because I've been kind of sitting here at about the same for a while. Alright, just went through mile 4, 11:33, and just a mile or so left here, I think, till I get back home, and then I'll make a call on whether I want to do an additional one, but not sure if time is going to allow for that one today, and I'm actually feeling pretty goosed already, so probably will stop at 5, and just be glad I got that in. So here we go. Last mile. Not gonna push it. Just stick with the plan. Shoot for a little under 12-minute pace. And be happy when I get there. It always amazes me how easy it is to go too fast on this last mile. There's a little bit of downhill at the beginning of it. And then it's mostly just flat. But I always find myself going too fast. Right now I'm at a 10:50 pace, and I need to slow myself down because that's not the plan. And I know there are people that would say, hey, if you feel good, go. But I've done that numerous times, and I always find myself regretting it later because I guess pushing that hard that far into a longer run for me causes a lot of soreness over the next couple of days. So here's to slowing down on purpose. One thing I hate is getting to my finish line and not quite being at my goal mileage. So about here I start checking my watch, and I've got about 0.2 miles to go to get 5 miles, and I've got about a quarter mile to go, so should be good today. But man, I hate going farther than that finish line, and I'll even go as far as to do a loop before I get there so that I don't have to go farther than my finish line. A little dumb mind game, I know, but it's just something that I've found to be helpful, just so I know when I get to the finish line I'm done. Alright, here we go. Last quarter mile. Home stretch here. Just waiting for my watch to tell me I did 5 miles. Then we'll truck it across the finish line. Mile 5, 11:15. I tried to slow down. I think I did a little bit, but not enough to get to my goal pace, but that's okay. That's better than the other week. I accidentally ran a new mile PR for my last of, I think it was 4 3/4 that day. But yeah, feeling good coming in here. Just wrapping things up. I'm gonna go stretch a little while, take a shower, drink some liquids, and continue on my day. Thanks for running with me. See you some other time. Peace.